Hello. Hello. Oh, hi everybody. It's Beej again. I know it's been quite some time. But you know what? I'm back and we're playing Minecraft and it's fantastic. So before I had like a little world and it was fine, but I decided there was a point where I just like didn't want to be grinding it out and all that stuff. So I started a new world in like a sort of single player, not record fashion, and it was I liked it. So I started. I just like was like, I'm gonna do videos in this now. So ow. Anyway, here it is, my new world. Yep, it's going to be kind of like a castle kind of deal. As you can no doubt tell, I have ender pearls and diamond shit. I have horses. I have a little stable here. Yeah, so why don't I give you the grand tour? Now, first of all, the walls are 100 by 100. So we have that amount of space. 1,000 square meters. And we have this big building right in the center. This is the middle here. So if we go inside, this is where I'm going to keep my stone. This is my furnace room. We go up this staircase here. And this is my storage room. This is my little centerpiece. We got the glowstone. I have all the clay here on display so we can see what they look like. And my beds and some decorations. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, beach. Your building is ugly as dicks. And you would be right. But I'm not that great at building. But you know what? I think this came out all right. We can have a look there. It's different. It's not like anything I've built before. It kind of looks like 3 UFOs. But I think it looks fine. I think it looks pretty cool. There's that glass up there, so I can ender pearl and drop right down, which is pretty cool. So why don't I give you the rest of the tour? So this is stables. Our first horse is Ronaldo. And then I had Ronaldo and unnamed. I guess I haven't named these two. Well, this is a baby of Ronaldo and this horse. This is Floppy. I call him Floppy because he jumps high. And this is Donkey Dick because he's a donkey and he's a big dick. Yeah. So that's that. I have these doors that open and you can lock them on either side. So that won't do anything. I won't show that because that's pretty easy. This is my horse speed tester. So what happens, I'll show you this one. What happens is there's tripwires upstairs that the horse goes over. They're hooked up at the end here and at the beginning here. Where? Here. So when that's tripped, it sends a pulse over here, and this is a monostable circuit. So if I put this here, it'll give a 1 tick, and then that is hooked up to a T flip-flop. And what that does, this is all these blocks are just for these display lights, so you know whether it's on or off. But what that does is that starts this quick pulsar, which is hooked up when you feed a comparator back on itself when you're in subtract mode. And what that does is it goes to this here dropper and will start dropping pieces of dirt that I've put in there. But you'd notice, and the idea is that the speed is tested by how many blocks are in the chest. But if you notice, it's not really consistent right now because you have to lock the hoppers. Because right now, all the items are basically cycling from the chest down the hopper into the dropper, and then those pulses are sending the items from the dropper into the chest. So to prevent that, I have a thing here which locks the hopper, so items will only be sent up to the chest. And then, so if we turn it off, all the hoppers will go down, and it takes a little while to reset. But my fastest horse is it goes 12 items fast. So it won't take very long to reset, which is fine. It just if you want to do the math, the amount of time it takes an item to move from the dropper is, well, I guess it is. I was thinking because it takes an item to move from a hopper. That amount of time is 0.4 seconds, and the amount of a single redstone tick is 0.1 seconds. But the quick pulsar is 1 tick, so that will send a item every redstone tick. Either way, it doesn't really matter. The item number is arbitrary, but it's relative to each horse, so it is a good way to compare. And it's accurate enough. Each horse that I have has a different number. And my fastest right now, I think, is Floppy at 12 items, but let's check it out. So the droppers aren't going, so we just got to lock the hopper and then run our horse, and then that'll stop it, and we can count how much. Yeah, so this is my fastest horse, and that goes for 12 items. So good work, Floppy. Now we got Donkey Dick. So we reset this just by pulling that lever right there. Right, so it's reset. Let's lock it, and let's go. Okay, and stop. Okay, now let's see how fast Donkey Dick went. 19 blocks. So you see, it's a pretty good way of doing it. It's not the prettiest since there's no like display or anything, and I might do that to make it a little prettier. But right now it works well enough. Okay, on to the next thing. This is my potion room. The setup is pretty simple. So I only use these 5 potions. I only put redstone on the strength potions. I only put redstone on speed potions, and then redstone on fire resist, and redstone on regen, and then I make these splash potions. So to brew these, as you will know, it only takes 3 steps for strength, speed, regen, fire resist, and 4 for splash healings, if you add glowstone to them. So what happens is there's a hopper over there behind this quartz right there. So what happens is you put water bottles in here. That'll bring hoppers down to this dropper and place the water bottles there. And then you load this up by putting nether wart in there. You could put it directly into the brewing stand, just fine. Right now, for this one, gas tiers are loaded up for regen, and then redstone, which is fine. Right. So, the wiring is a little tricky. It's not too bad though, because to get the items out of here and into here, you need to send 4 pulses. to this, and you need to keep this powered. So whenever this is pulsing, this is always going to be powered. And when this isn't doing anything, when it's idle, and when the potions are done brewing, then this needs to become unpowered so the items can go into the hopper and into this dropper. So the way I did that, it's a little dark down here. Let's light this up. The way I did that is I have Etho's hopper timer. So I am an avid fan of Etho and a bunch of other Minecrafters, and I tend to copy their stuff because you know what, it works, and I'm not gonna try to reinvent the wheel because I need to stay original to whatever. I mean, it works. It's smart. The guy's a genius when it comes to Minecraft, and I'm just gonna do his stuff. I guess I'll put his channel in the description if you don't know him already. But if you're watching this, you most certainly know who he is anyway. But yeah. So the way this works is I have some redstone. This layer is going to the hoppers, and this layer is going to the droppers. So this comes down here on these slabs and to this monstrosity. It's kind of sad that you can't really. I haven't figured out a way to make this any smaller. So the way this hopper timer works is when this is powered, that means it's off because the hoppers can't move anything, but these hoppers are going into one another. So they just send items back and forth. And so when this redstone block is here, that means this hopper's locked, which means items can go from this hopper to this hopper. And once this is unpowered, this becomes unpowered, and so there's this piston, and this redstone block will move here, restarting the whole cycle. So it's a long timer, which is the better part about it. It's better than doing like a small timer with a lot of repeaters, or like a bunch of T flip flops to have the frequencies. But anyway, how this works is once this is powered, this will start doing a rapid clock, and then this is hooked up wrong, actually. There should be redstone. Oops. What am I doing? Right? This is wrong. Hold on. Yeah, this is wrong. Hold on. This should go here. This is fine. So, yeah, what happens... oh, my goodness. What did I do? Right. So you heard the 4 pulses going. So what happens is this will start a rapid clock right here. And then it will be running for the amount of time that these repeaters delay the signal. So this will be running, and then the signal will be getting through these repeaters, and it'll finally get there, and it'll stop the clock because it'll constantly power it. Right, which will give the 4 thingamabobbers. And then this will power the hopper. I may have just broken that since I sort of switched the state of this. I'll get back to that. But that's basically how this room works. But I'll make sure it's actually working off camera. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. So here I have my farms. It's pretty simple. Just the carrots are loaded up at the moment. You flick this switch, sends power to those dispensers which have water in them, pushes all the stuff over here, pick them up, load them back up. Pretty simple. Simple, simple stuff. And then I have my chicken farm over here, which can get very laggy. What happens is the floor is all hoppers, which sends eggs up to this dispenser, which detects them and shoots them out. Also pretty simple. I don't think it's worth showing redstone on that. As long as you know how to work a piston elevator, it should be fine. And then I have my enchanting table over here. You can retract the bookcases if you want load levels, or send them back up if you want nice 30 enchants. So that's about it for this section of the world. I also have I've been working on a mob grinder that is mostly gonna be for drops. I'm right about it. I put it. Yep, there it is. I made a Monkey Farms XP grinder for mobs, or well, mob grinder, whether you want it for XP or whatever. It's up there. It's taking a second to load. All right, so there it is in all its glory. Monkey Farms Mobs on Demand mob spawner. It's high in the sky, so only mobs will spawn there and won't spawn like in caves, so I don't have to go through and light up all my caves. Although I've lit up a decent amount of them. There it is. Looks pretty good from up here, actually. And you might notice... Oh, why isn't... Weird. I'm using Optifine. I should be... Why isn't it on? Oh my god, Optifine's not on. Why isn't it on? Well, anyway, I normally use Optifine. Another thing I'll have to figure out later. And I also use inventory tweaks, because I don't consider those cheats. Those are just little conveniences, just to make things easier, so I'm not like in a chest and I have to move stuff around to where I want them. Right. So that's all that stuff. Can't believe Optifine's not on right now. Anyway, let's head into the Nether and eventually the ends, and I'll show you what I've built. In the Nether, I've built nothing. Not a single thing. I just have my other portal over here to get to the end. Basically, I've been coming to the Nether for blaze rods. I might eventually make a couple blaze spawner things, because there's two like right next to each other, so I can have sort of a double blaze spawner. So going into the end, and this is my end area. So this goes to the portal back to the overworld, and this goes to my Enderman farm, which is my main source of XP. So I've built Doc M's, or maybe it's Jail's, I forget, but it's one of their designs. And I screwed up when I was building it. So the way it works is there's pressure pads up there with pistons, and they push the Enderman down, and you're supposed to hit them in one shot because of the fall damage. But I thought it was 23, which it's not. It's 43 or 42 or something like that to get them in one hit. It's 22 for regular mobs. We might also be on peaceful. We are indeed. But after realizing that, and I'm also like a low level, y equals 18, so I can't really build down, and it's a pain in the neck to build down in the end because of all the water and stuff. So what I did is I just built a piston crusher here. So if we have a look inside, right now it's closed. so that Enderman can spawn. But that's not the crusher. The crusher is this layer of nether brick. And I've sort of actually trapped myself. So I'll show you the redstone and just... Oh my god, I'm an idiot. So, get some pearls. So here's the redstone for it. So this button is sends signal over here. Starts all this and starts a hopper timer that is set up to crush the Endermen so you can get them down to one hit kill. And it's actually pretty consistent, more so than I thought it would be. So you just hit this, that opens up, and then the piston starts crushing them. And then you finally get up to level 30, and then you can go over here and grab a book, enchant it with the level 30 enchant, smite. Right now I don't really have enough books to have it organized, but so I have armor in these things, armor books, and then item, like weapon books in there, and like pick books and stuff like that. Right, so that's this area. So when we get back over there, I'll show you something kind of cool that I built. Okay, so this is the pad where you spawn originally in the end, and if you notice, there is a this takes you to the portal back to the overworld. By the way, there's a dropper or dispenser here under the minecart. So what I have is at the very end of this track, there's a cactus that breaks the minecart, which sends it to a hopper directly under it. And then that'll dispense it below the track on a separate track that returns here and puts the cart back. So it just loops around. Because I'm never going to be going from the end portal, like the return portal over there, back here on the minecart. So I need a convenient way to get the minecart back here without having to like go pick up a minecart, use it. I don't know what that dispenser was. Anyway, I'll see you back. Oh my goodness. There was another cart. Weird. All right, welcome back, everybody. So that's pretty much my entire home. It's not a whole lot, but those things took some time to build, like the Enderman spawner and all that stuff. If I go down here, I'll also show you. So, oh man, 4 water breaks and I still take a touch of damage. Anyway, this is also Monkey Farm's elevator to mine carts. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Man, after this video, you guys are like, man, this is like the world's worst Minecrafter ever. And that's okay. You know what? I may not be great. I think I'm okay though, and I enjoy the game. I like playing it, and I figured I'd start making videos. So here's my nether wart as well. So I think that'll be it for today, but something else that I wanted to build eventually, well, I want to finish up the mob grinder, but I'm also going to build an obsidian generator because I'm thinking about making a gold farm with a bunch of nether portals in the overworld. Perhaps, maybe. But those, from what I hear, take quite some time to build. And a lot of obsidian. Like to get like something like 100 portals or maybe 1,000, I forget. But you need like a lot of obsidian to get to get enough to make it worth it, because I think the rates of one zombie pigman spawning is like one every hour in hard mode. So you want to like get as many portals in there to make it actually sustainable to get you enough gold to be worth it. And I might build like an iron golem farm, maybe. I don't think so though, because those are such a pain. But anyway, so this is my base. I hope you like it. I think I'm gonna keep making videos as I progress the base, because I was just playing the other day and I'm like, well, while I'm playing, why don't I just make videos as well? Which is what I'm gonna do. If you like them, keep watching. If you like, as long as I keep making them, that's fine. So have a good day, everybody, and I'll see you next time.